In 1974, the first role-playing game, Dungeons & Dragons, was released. This game allowed people to escape the fabric of reality and adventure in worlds similar to modern-day video games, such as Skyrim and The Legend of Zelda. However, despite being a harmless pastime, there were some who believed otherwise. During the 1980s, a number of cases of suicide and murder were blamed on people's association with role-playing games. This was particularly due to the artwork depicting demonic beings, witches and magic. This led some to believe there was a connection to the occult. Though there was no significant evidence, people such as Patricia Pulling, leader of one-member group Bothered About D&D, still thought there was a serious problem. This controversy led to a made-for-TV film, Mazes and Monsters, inspired by the disappearance of role-player James Dallas Egbert.
One of the players Robbie played with got carried away and killed him.
Well, that's kind of far out.
Mazes and Monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
We have come to the Roleplay Haven, the largest role-playing club in London. Every Wednesday, people come from all over to play a huge variety of games. It was here that we asked members about the stereotypes surrounding role players and their portrayal in the media.
I was around in the early 90s doing a bit of roleplay and had to have a talk with my parents about this because at the time, during then, there was a lot of things in America where people who had been role-playing went a bit crazy at the same time and decided to go off and kill people. Now, when, it can be said about anything, a person playing football goes to decide to kill someone on the pitch and football, violent sport. But as everyone knows, not everyone who plays football is a hooligan. Same goes for role-playing.
It used to annoy me, but not really anymore. At the moment, I just embrace it and go, right, if you want to look at us as nerds, geeks, whatever the stereotype, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. I like to prove them differently and go, look, we're just as normal as everybody else. Most of the people that come to our club, you wouldn't have a clue that they did role-play. We've got people that are soldiers, policemen, medics, all people from walks of life.
I've never met anyone who actually meets the stereotype. They may meet part of it, but I've never met anyone who meets the whole.
They talk about geeks, well, then fashion goes geek chic, I go, yay.
Of course, not all role-playing games necessarily take place at a table.
I love it. I've been doing live-action roleplay for nearly 5 years. Like roleplay, it's a community. You get a whole variety of people who go there. I know a top brain surgeon who goes to live roleplay. I know policemen, lawyers, teachers, students. You get a massive variety of people and they look out for you. It's like a family.
Really, really hard work. You have to be fit to really take part. Just like if you play football, rugby or cricket, any of the major sports, you have to be fit and it's definitely a really fun time to be.
It's just like taking you up a level, but it's the same kind of thing between books and films, I kind of think. Whereas like in a book you've got your imagination to run wild, on the table like, you're fighting immense dragons, and then you're live action role playing and you're holding a plastic sword and watching some guy in a paper mache helmet come up to you. It's not quite the same for me.
I've loved. It's awesome. I've been to for a couple of years now, like the large fest laughs, and there's nothing more awesome than LARPing with like 500-600 other people. You know, you're in a field and there's like a whole army in front of you and a whole army behind you, and like, hey, you know, you can say what you want about it, you know, unless you've tried it, you can't really comment.
Around a table, rolling dice, or in a field swinging swords, roleplay isn't all that defines our players.
There is so much more to me than just roleplay games. It's just a hobby that I enjoy.
I like going to restaurants. I love to cook.
I play a lot of paintball as well, you know, that's quite a big thing. It's very active.
Drinking, music, women.
I do diving, subaquatic diving, skiing, climbing.
Play music, functioning alcoholic, I read too much.
Formula One racing, computer games, going out, socialising with friends and family.
I do a lot of sport. I'm currently studying a degree to become a teacher.
Yeah, you know, for me it's just about having fun and doing what you want to do.
Diving, climbing, reading and learning. Our role players are very active people with very busy lives. So why do they do it? And what is the appeal of roleplay?
Well, outside of the bedroom.
It's just fun. It's a chance to kind of get kind of creative, have a good time.
A little community.
It's another way of expressing a story. It's fun. I like games. I get to play a game and have a story at the same time.
It's nice to step outside yourself every so often. In a modern world, everyone mostly has stressful jobs. And every so often it's just nice to step aside and not be yourself.
You can actually develop better skills out of it by role-playing, from social skills to problem-solving skills. You're training different aspects that you wouldn't normally train in your normal everyday life.
It's the same kind of thing as like wanting to be an astronaut, wanting to be a fireman as a kid, or a paleontologist in my case when I was a kid.
You go to a pub or someone else's house, for example, just have a few drinks, have a few laughs and play a game that you all enjoy.
Technically, you can do anything. You can play any game, it can be based in any world. You know, it's like a computer game, but 10 times better.
The last 3 decades have thrown different stereotypes towards role players: occultists, suicidal, and geeks. But with the new decade emerges a new stereotype. The media has long since seen the error of its ways, and with the rise of several successful role players, it no longer accuses them of the atrocities they were dealt in the 80s. Movies now portray role players as heroes and show LARP in a positive light. This diverse group of individuals come each and every week to Lewisham's Roleplay Haven to share one common interest: roleplay.
Started the club in 2010. It was me and a group of friends. We were basically doing roleplay in a friend's house, and more and more people kept coming along, and it was just getting, it was too many people in a tight little kitchen. So we decided, let's go and try and get something bigger to do. So we said, well, let's try Hall. There is a demand. There is an awful lot of people out there who want to do role play. They're either too shy to come forward, look, I'm doing role play, or they've just not got the facilities. So I thought, well, no, let's build something that is going to be welcoming, that's going to be part of the community that everybody can come to, and just broadcast it heavily, much as possible, via the internet, which is the most successful. Overnight, it stormed. Absolutely stormed. It's gone from 3 to 4 members up to, last count, 110 members now.